Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 4. We're going to be running Nightmare Dungeons today as our primary, reason for existing, I kind of want to say. We're looking to get certainly better items, but also more experience. We're going to start with the 23 and then we'll see where we go from there. Now, these dungeons, we know that they are significantly higher level than we are, so we're looking to certainly bump up our survivability. So that's going to be Paragon points, which is going to allow us to improve our maximum health, get some more resistances, all that kind of stuff. Starting off with killing anything would be good. Okay, we have exploding monsters. I probably should have read what the thing was going to be before coming in here. Exploding monsters isn't a problem, of course, but we don't want a lot of them immediately around us when they die. We need to find Adelgrim. That's quite a mouthful of a name, isn't it? You can just die behind me. Ooh, that's getting a little bit painful. Let's back up a teeny bit. Difficulty for difficulty's sake isn't particularly good for us. There's the first of our, hopefully, many Paragon points to come. That was actually quite a solid strike they gave. Right, let's put this in. So we're pushing down for this extra maximum life down here. Jeez, we're being frozen from that. That's nasty.
They're not ready yet.
Because that means we're having chill applied on us from not typically chilling things. Right. Oh, frozen, cold, enchanted, and chilling wind. That's all of the cold, isn't it? Well, we got the gatekeep. That's what we need. Not really much to talk about in that chest. So these mobs are still 11 levels higher than us. And this is running a 23 dungeon.
Not ready yet.
So ideally we want to be running 22s at the moment, although it'll be 23s as soon as we gain one more Paragon point. Yeah, definitely don't like the cold and other hits that are coming in. They were quite painful. Right, let's put this point in. So this is just giving us a flat 2% extra on our life. Next one will give us more and some extra potion healing. For what it's worth. trying to keep our damage reduction up from each of our abilities. I think I'm doing a reasonable job, but it is not easy. Down to the malignant stratum. Grab the ancestral mangler. Nothing in this corner, so let's move around the other way. Big guys, right, let's get our big thorns on. Slow things down just a little bit. I don't like being made vulnerable at the same time as everything is hitting me super hard. That's the thing that I dislike the most about this particular dungeon. And I think it's mobs striking from behind that's doing that, but we're always right in the middle of everything, so everything has the potential to be behind us. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Very painful giant corpse bow. They always are. Okay, what shrine is this over here? Protection shrine. You know what? Let's try and save it for the boss fight. I think it'll prove more useful to us if we can take it straight in. And in fact, that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're just going to grab that and run straight inside. See if we can get the kill while we have it on. Not going to last forever, but okay, it's already gone. I think we're just going to have to really like tank him out, which is fine. I mean, ultimately, this is why we have the extra ways of dealing damage. It's going to be gone in a second. There we go. Sacred Ring. It's not ancestral. Points go into Revenge. That puts it up to level 11. Getting closer to level 15, where it will expand its radius. An extra 4% maximum life. And we can do another 2% maximum life just up here, so we'll probably do that before doing any other things. Sacred Mace. It's always nice having a needle flare, so we can extract that, but it's not enough that we would swap it over. And that's just a sacred ring. So none of this stuff is really good for us. But we did get quite a bit of XP from it.
Need something for it?
So you're going to get salvaged. I did some investigating, by the way. I ended up re-rolling the ultimate skill damage because Wrath of the Berserker is not affected by it, full stop. It's only the other two skills that actually deal damage that are affected by it. So we've ended up with the plus 32 to all stats was the one that we ended up with it randomized on. I might end up re-rolling that at some point, but 32 to all stats means our Paragon board is a bit fuller. It's helped round that out a bit, so I don't feel bad by it. But there are things such as the ultimate skill damage on this that we need to get rid of, and there's another one somewhere else as well that should probably go. So there is definitely improvements that can be made. Let's get and extract this needle flare, and then we'll hop in and do another dungeon.
No witchcraft here. Only honest magics.
Honest magics. Right, so needle flare counts as an offensive, but it is not any of those. That disobedience, as soon as we get a really nice ancient helm, it is going to go on. Okay, what have we got? We got another 23. 23 is fine. So monsters deal an additional cold damage. They take less bleeding damage. Don't like that, and they resist vulnerable. Dodge breakers is fine. 40% less damage from close targets is not amazing, but you know what? We'll do it. We'll make it work. It's going to be so much nicer not being vulnerable all the time. Like, even if they're taking less damage from me being close, they're still taking so much damage from me being close. It's not going to be a concern. Especially because Hemomancy actually works really well at range. So this may be a pretty fast one for us. We need to destroy the Corruption Heart. Alright. Don't like being made vulnerable. That does not fit with my aesthetic at all.
Don't have enough fury.
Okay, big guy gone. Let's keep looking for the next Corruption Heart. Now, does Hemomancy work through those? It does. It works past the suppressor. Interesting seeing the immune on it from some things when we're out of range. So maybe it's not always consistent. We have a lethal shrine just here. Let's put our point in for maximum life. And then we'll grab it and we'll let Hemomancy really just murder everything.
Don't have enough fury.
Oh, that's going to hurt. Got it killed. Ended up getting a little bit frozen, but we made it work. Oh, that was a lot of needles.
I don't have enough fury.
I feel like you need to die before I move on, otherwise you're just going to be annoying me. Okay. It's going alright. Open the door. Corruption Heart's almost gone thanks to all that Thorns and Needle Flare. So what's the next bit? The Underground Thicket. And in here, it's Animus Carriers. It actually does a lot of damage, this thing. Okay. Next Paragon Point. Going for any of these doesn't really make a lot of sense for us. We can push down and do extra damage with two-handed slashing weapons. We're only a few points of strength off that being maxed out. So actually that's a really good plan for us. What we'll do is we'll go point in there. Take this out. Point in there, take that out. That moves this a little bit closer without spending any points. And point there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our next 7 points pretty much planned out. And 7 points is only 2 levels. It's only 2 levels. It's not even going to get us to level 70. Okay, we got feared a little bit. This guy is going to explode when he goes up. Let's not be right next to him when he does. Nice and solid. Moving a bit closer, try and fight them where the Thorns is really going to hit him. That's all the Animus. Next up. Try and keep our pace going, because our damage reduction from constantly doing damage to mobs is not an insignificant amount. Look at how many shock lances this thing's got out. Right. More points in.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, he's going to explode. Go after the little spiders. Spiderlings. And just top up our healing at the end. We don't need the gold, but I always welcome gold. Ooh, that's getting quite painful. Let's back away. More than quite painful. This is why it's advantageous to have such high thorns. So when you enter a group, they all die very quickly. But it was a bit reckless to push in as quickly as I did there. That could have gone quite badly for us. Especially when you've got something huge like him making you vulnerable. It's fine if you're dodging around them, but the moment you stay still and get hit by one of those giant axes, you are going to be in so much trouble.
I'm not ready yet.
Hey, that's the Animus. Let's find where to put it in. And another Paragon point. Okay, well, seeing as we have a moment. There we go. Extra damage to vulnerable enemies. And funnily enough, the Animus urn is right here. We've got 26 seconds until our Berserk is back. That should be fine for us to go and start tickling whatever critter it is. It's a Castor Abomination. Let's get the old Berserk in just before he really starts hitting us. And we got a stun on him as well. Right, let's spin to win.
I need more fury yet.
I do like that we have that lucky hit chance to stun. It can buy a couple of moments where, you know, it gives you breathing space, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Right, point goes into revenge. So that was a 23. That was pretty fine, actually. Okay, so what we could do is we could swap over our current mace for this. This gives extra damage while berserking, which is nice. It gives extra damage to slowed enemies, extra damage to crowd-controlled enemies, which is the same thing. We'd want to imprint it with the berserking thing, but it's also got 23% extra stats. 23 to all stats, which is really quite nice. So for the moment, this is not a bad option. So we're going to want to see what kind of berserk explosion we can put on it. It's neither of those. So we may not actually have one that we can put on. Let's just spend our blood a little. Ooh, Jagged Spikes, you are so close. do we have the ability to imprint it? So we want Burning Rage if we have it. Not limit. Well, Limitless Rage is interesting, but that's not it. No. No, we do not have Burning Rage available to put on. And it's not one that we can get from here. So, we would need to find another. Which is fine. This can stay as a potential to be imprinted. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Is the way I'm looking at it. Like, the stats on it, its item power is a little low, actually. Item power being a little low. It's got overpowered damage as the base rather than it being an axe. You know what? Let's just salvage it up. Let's just salvage it up. It's not good enough for us to waste our efforts on. Waste our efforts and resources.
I cannot salvage that.
Ah, it's because I accidentally favorited it. There we go. Alright. Well, back in for another dungeon. We have another 23 that we could do there. We also have a 25. I think we carry on with the 23s for right now. They seem to be working quite well for us. Monster Bleed Resist is not that much of a problem, all things considered. Let's go for this one. We've still got a couple of minutes on our potion left. Okay, looking to free the prisoners. So these mobs are 9 levels higher than us right now. We should be running 24s. And I'll try and remember to up the difficulty when we get out. It's always going to be a balancing act between speed that you can do things at and safety.
Disgust me to know they eat our dead. We eat black locust fruit before battle now. If we survive, the healers give us leaf to try and halt the poison. But if Roll's abominations take us, well, the meal they make of us will be their last.
Okay, let's open this person up. One prisoner remains freed. Ooh, a little bit of stun. It's not that much of a problem, but clearly we don't like that in the long term. Okay, point goes in. 20% extra damage with slashing weapons. Now that is additive on top of our other bonus to slashing damage. But it will make a noticeable difference. Sure, let's get the Greed Shrine and start getting gold out of everyone. See a prisoner over this way.
I need more fury.
Okay, our potion has run out, so I will need to put that back on. Just as soon as I get a moment to... Right, let's drink that one. Expertise elixir, sure.
Not ready yet.
Right. You were due to be freed. There is another point for us. That's going to go in plus vulnerable damage. And the Helltide is ready. Maybe we'll pop to the Helltide after this. I don't see that being any trouble for us. And when I say trouble, I mean it's going to be very dangerous and potentially fatal. Especially with the assassins running around.
Bless you.
Okay, last two prisoners.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Hey, I was literally just trying to let this guy go.
Wouldn't have made it without me.
Wow, their shadows. Oh god, we're stuck in place. Shadows can freeze.
Not ready yet.
And their shadows are fire enchanted. That's pretty nasty. Got him though. More animus carriers. Let's go. Yeah, your increased health is not going to help you against me. I'm just going to keep being pointy until the pointiness is done. It's another Paragon point for us. Right, let's go get that Animus. We still have points we can do around here. Extra damage with two-handed slashing weapons, which is all we ever use. Ooh, goblin, hello.
I need more fury.
Got Sacred Axe. I was hoping for an Ancestral, but I'll take a Sacred Axe over nothing. I mean, I was hoping for Razor Plate, but game's not been generous so far, so... Oh, that's gonna hurt. No, managed to get it. So important taking those things out before they have a chance to erupt. Okay, keep moving, looking for the next. we're definitely getting a lot of experience. So right now, we should be on 25s in terms of the dungeon tier. Okay, extra damage with two-handed slashing weapons. One more of those, and then we start looking at other things we can put points into. Probably something a bit more defensive, or at least moving towards a position of more utility, I should say. That was a lot of animus we got in a very short period of time. Yeah, I'm not going to just sit there and wait for him to do his thing. Into the Chief Marauder. Opening strong with that massive Thorns. I really like this this one to fight because it's all physical, all taking swings at us, and it's all very easy to maximize the Thorns on. Revenge is doing so well. 60% bonus to the nodes in range of it. Now, this is all the way down here. So it's giving us 12% physical damage, but it's also giving us 120 armor and 12 strength from over here. 120 armor is pretty significant. 12 strength is pretty significant. It's great, is what it is. But at the same time, it's not like super duper amazing. It's not game changing. Ooh, an ancestral band of berserk ripping. Wow, that is a direct upgrade. It's got perfect roll on berserking. It's got perfect roll on bleeding. It's got 12.5% physical damage. It's got vulnerable damage. This is an amazing ring. This is perfect. We're going to lose maximum life. We could re-roll that physical damage into damage to close enemies, maybe. I don't know if that would make a huge difference. But that is a really nice ring. So we're going to have to take a moment to figure out what we're doing with it. We're going to add a socket to it, certainly. Okay. Then we're going to upgrade it. All the way. So it's going to give us 4.4% more resist to all, 4.5% more fire resist. We could probably reroll the physical damage into something slightly better. It's the only thing that doesn't have a great roll on it. The vulnerable damage is okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Yeah, we definitely need the lightning damage coming across from this. There's the lightning resist back. So our poison resist is actually maxed out now. Because of that change. That is so solid. Hang on, can you put axes in? Oh, it's just a regular axe, it's not a two-handed axe. Ignore me, I am going slightly crazy. I was like, why is this letting me do the thing that it shouldn't be doing? But because it's not letting me do a thing it shouldn't be doing. This is a better armor than our current one. It doesn't take much to be a better armor than our current one. but it is just sacred. It is not ancient. So yeah, they're going to get salvaged up, and we're going to maybe re-roll something on that ring.
My eyes can only watch so much.
So you were lovely while we had you, but you are gone. And that is a significant decrease in our life. Extra berserking duration is potentially nice, but not nice enough. So level 69.
Ah, yes. You seek power.
Enchant this. The physical damage, I think, was the lowest of those rolls. Taking Forgotten Souls, though. 27% damage to close enemies. I'll take it. I'll take it because we're mostly in with close enemies. And we'll keep that on the 32 stats. Although at some point I do want to change it over. Right, the Helltide is here. We know the Helltide is here. Let's go do some stuff in the Helltide. Helltide's around for about 48 minutes, which is about 18 minutes longer than we actually have time to do. So let's teleport to Gearkle, and we'll go out and we'll just carefully kill some things nearby, and maybe we'll get some Forgotten Souls from some boxes.
I can't do that here.
How dangerous is this Helltide going to be? That's the question. 9 levels higher than us. So this should be manageable. Now I say that like we've got any form of control over how dangerous it's going to be, but we do what we can. Ow. Torture Gift of Chest Armor was actually be pretty good. So we might come back to get that. Don't want things to be making me vulnerable in this area. How many do we need for that? Because it's, I think it's 75. Yeah, 75. So what I'll do is I'll mark it, and we'll maybe come back for it. Living Steel, we're not going to get to that. But there is potentially a lot of spiders. Right, where do we actually need to go to drop these things? That's going to be all the way on the south. Fine, we'll head down there. We'll actually teleport to Gearkle to do that. Because it's going to be so much faster to just run in and drop it off. And we want to start working on our Grim Favors as well. Even though this is like time-limited Helltide. It's kind of part of it because we're gonna end up getting some cinders from it.
Do that here.
Just sucks that it's such a long way out of town.
Not while I'm in town.
And when I say that, I mean a long way to get out of town. Because it's not actually far out of town once you're out of town.
What is this?
I need more fury.
Probably should have saved the berserking, but... Oh, got some sacred gloves. That actually felt a bit like an ambush. Yeah, these guys feel dangerous, dangerous. Okay, we're going to start pushing across for the extra vulnerable damage. One gone. Third one should be easy, just as long as he explodes properly. Okay, we've got a big guy coming in. The Smith's son. Oh, interesting. He had a malignant heart. Cool. So we're going to need that to summon Varshan. We are not going to summon Varshan until we are a much higher level. He's level 75, and he is a hard level 75. Like some mobs you might say, oh, they're 75, nothing to worry about. No, this is definitely one to worry about. Okay, we want to go back for that Torture Gift of Protection. But I don't want to go through town. Oh, I should be able to jump down that. Fiend Rose.
I need more fury.
That is another Whisper gone. Probably wasn't worth us hopping on the horse just for that short distance, but we did anyway. I do love coming in and alpha striking like that. It works well in a lot of situations, but if anything survives that initial strike, you're gonna be in potentially a lot of trouble. So what we're doing at the moment is we're just fighting our way up towards that chest armor. Chest. We might get another chest after it, but that's got the chance of upgrading our chest to something worthwhile. And our chest is alright, but it's a regular, not even sacred one.
I don't have enough fury.
Demon Heart. Yeah, we're actually going to have enough for 2 chests to be opened. Especially if we don't ignore these damned souls as we go past. Okay, so the question is, which one is which? question, we'll have to wait just a moment while we kill some more demons. We've got enough for 2 small chests. So we can actually open this Helm's one as well. And you do get experience for opening these. And we got some living steel. That's unexpected. The shadows of corruption manifest once more. I do not like the sound of that. Dexterity.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, chest armor. Give me something good. No, don't give me explodey guys. Explodey guys are not good.
I'm low.
Definitely don't want to be exploded while I'm opening this up. An ancestral, 2 ancestrals and more living steel.
We demand blood.
I love killing bleeding enemies and getting berserking from it. Look at all those fragments. That's going to be so useful. When we hit level 70, we can upgrade our gems. So, looking forward to that. Another Fiend Rose just over there. Okay, well that's another thing of protection over there. Let's start heading towards that because we might get enough cinders in the fight over. We can upgrade our potion to greater healing potion, which means we're going to need to get some more bite berry because we always need bite berry. Level 70. 53 cinders on us right now. This is quite a quiet section, actually. Up to 65.
Ready yet.
It's not really enough. That's leg guards there. Well, we can run off and grab another couple. Come back and open it, and then we'll finish up with that, I think.
I don't have enough fury.
Well, that will do. That gives us enough. So let's ride on round. Fiend Roses. 2 sets of ancestral trousers. It is well worth doing the Helltide. Oh my word, this has been lucrative to say the least. Okay, so I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm going to need to do. But what we'll do very quickly, just before we finish up, is we'll have a look at the chest arms, because the chest is going to be the biggest thing. So at the moment, we've got just a plain 2% damage for each nearby bleeding enemy. It's not amazing. Damage reduction from close enemies, damage reduction while fortified. Both of those are good. We lose shadow resist, but we could re-roll the damage with dual wielding. It's a shame it's just missing that little something. Damage reduction from bleeding is fine. Extra physical damage is nice. Again, there's very few resists on it. Our current chest armor is doing 5% damage reduction and then 13% from distant enemies. So it's quite a significant benefit that our current one is giving us, and I don't think these are better. It's a real shame. Alright, as for the trousers, this is good. Fire resist, poise resist, total armor, and damage reduction while injured. I like it. And it's got the health bubble, which it's useful. It's very useful. So we're gonna wear these. We'll need to stick more sockets in them, and we're gonna need to stick another one of these on as well, just to make sure that our packs stay active. As for the other things that we picked up, not massively interesting. Okay, so on our trousers, the 12.5% total armor. If I swap back temporarily, 41 up to 55. So yeah, it's quite a bit physical damage reduction straight off. Feels like it could be better though. Feels like it could be better. And we're going to want to put our might ability on something else as well. So we're going to want a chest armor. So we're getting a chest armor. This one with the damage reduction I think is the best option. Alright. So if we're changing over the chest armor, we need to swap this so that it's got all of the divinity on it. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. I'm going to go around and I'm going to do the upgrades and upgrade my potion and all that kind of stuff off camera. But thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. We've hit level 70. We're going to continue pushing and work on more things for the season journey because there is plenty for us to do now that we're in tier 4. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Diablo 4. See you soon.